honor to fill our new bookcase.
Do you see La Malade Imaginaire?
Let's see. This is a good book. A Modest Proposal by Swift.
I don't care for Swift. What's this? The Canterbury Tales? That's 200 years ago.
Look, Decameron.
Papa, I asked you for new books, not medieval tales. Roman poems? When will it happen? When will it ever change? The shipment here is wrong again. It's always the same. What can cheer my heart? I just don't know. Oh, this is not good, Papa. When will it change? I wonder how long must I wait? In Europe, fashion's moving fast. Here it's always late. I've seen sunsets that are lovely and skies so beautifully blue. With no stylish friends around me, what's a girl to do? Oh, what can cheer my heart in this one-horse town? From what I hear, that horse is lame and about to be put down. When will it change? I wonder how long must I wait? In Europe, fashion's moving fast. Here it's always late. In Europe, fashion's moving fast. Here it's always late.
Peggy, that's what they have in New York. Do you want me to spend a fortune and wait 6 months to have some books shipped from London?
I don't see Candide. They don't have Candide. No, Le Ballade Imaginaire.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Papa.
Oh, dear.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Mr. Mazzei.
Do I know you?
No, sir. My name is Peter Townsend. I'm a freed slave.
You want to talk to me, Peter?
Yes, sir. I know you work for the Gazette. I want to be a newspaper man just like you. I want to write the truth, write for the Gazette. The workers in the field say you're a good man. Are you American?
I'm Italian.
Well, what made you come here to Virginia, sir?
I was invited by Mr. Benjamin Franklin to plant some olives and vines and thought it to be a marvelous idea.
Well, I came from Boston, a free man. Somebody got me a good job working in the fields, earning my own way. Still, there are so many of us not freed. The men in the field say it's good you speak out for us Negroes against slavery.
I just think the British should rule in Britain. I think that you should build up your own country. I mean, you Americans, your government, your laws.
That was Crispus Attucks' idea. It's mine, too. You know, sir, I met Crispus Attucks back in Boston. He was a great, great leader. Mr. Mazzei.
Crispus Attucks was a freed slave, a man like me, but he was a smarter man. A man who could read, free man ready to die for the words in his heart. Words that bind us not, pull us apart. Freedom and equality, God's given gift for everyone. You write about those words in the Virginia Gazette. Teach me to understand words. Teach me to read, not to be just a free man, but a man that's free. Maybe if I learn good, I could work for you. Maybe if I learn good, help my people too. You write for freedom and equality. You write the words that I believe. Teach me how to read your words, so I too can fight for freedom and equality. God's given right, teach me how to read your words, so that I can truly see.
So I'm asking you, sir, please teach me to read. Teach me to read the words you write, like the words they say you write for us.
Come tomorrow night at 6 at my house. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, Mr. Mazzei. I'll be there. I gotta ask where Italy is.
There she is.
Speak of the devil. That is not a nice thing to say.
Well, she is she? Of course. Look at her dress. Indeed.
There is nothing wrong with her dress. She's just not from around here.
Yes, she's not from around here. And she is naked.
Naked before us all.
Shameless.
Ladies, be kind of harsh. She is not naked.
And she is wearing green shoes. Green shoes.
So what? It's Sunday, and green is the color of life.
Pardon me. I've never seen green shoes before.
Honest women would dare not wear green shoes on a Sunday. If they sold them here, they would.
I should think that would never happen. Never.
She is so different from all of us.
Yes. Men won't look at us anymore.
I would dare say, what do you care? You're too old to get a husband.
I am not too old. And look, she's speaking to Monroe.
She's flirting with Monroe.
In public, no less.
I can't believe
I
that.
can't believe it either.
We must tell the priest. Coquettish little girl.
She is only being polite and friendly.
She's coming toward us.
Good evening, ladies.
Please don't bother to say hello. We need no friend such as you. Please don't bother to say hello. We'd much prefer you bid adieu. You flash your blue French eyes at every man you meet, as if to wait for precious jewels to be cast upon your feet. Please don't bother to say hello. We need no friend such as you. Please don't bother to say hello. We much prefer you bid adieu. I have one pair of Sunday shoes, another I will not be needing. Ping my friends of British blood, true value of proper breeding. So don't bother coming around here flirting with our men and wearing those awful green shoes looking like a sin. Please don't bother to say hello. We need no friend such as you. Please don't bother to say hello. We'd much prefer you bid, much prefer you bid, much prefer you bid adieu.
Shameful ladies. Remember the golden rule.
Papa, something awful has happened.
Lo so, Peggy, I know.
They humiliated me.
You have to be patient
Because I respect black people.
and wear green shoes.
Papa, I want to go back to Europe. London, Paris, I don't care. I want to go back.
Peggy, I can't do it.
Papa?
ripe with olives and grapevines. No chains on the body, no fear in the mind, but the grapes are still growing, the olives yet to be pressed. With British rule upon us, we are put to the test. I envision a land where women have a say, where voices are equal. I envision that day. We can build America as it's meant to be. We can build America, a home for the free. But the rule of King George is hard on free men. With his tariffs and his taxes, we must bring to an end. I'll stand with you. You take my hand when we stand together. Together we stand. I envision a land where women have a say, where voices are equal. I envision that day. We can build America, a home for the free. We can build America if you would believe.
Papa, please, I understand the words you say. I will not change. In this place I will not stay. I hate this place you love so much. I'd rather be dining with the Dutch. Papa, please, I care not for amber waves of grain. And Papa, please, staying here, how it hurts my brain. Pretense smiles and mannered ways to people I don't know. Please, to Paris, can we go? Paris, oh beautiful Paris, with its sweet perfumes. Paris, oh beautiful Paris, in the month of June. Papa, please, I know you fight for liberty, but can't you see that this is not the place for me? Water here's not fit to drink. There are no books, no place to think. Papa, please, take heed, my words are not in jest. Papa, please, your request is my protest. I cannot stand to live this way. What's in my heart, you know. Please, to Paris, can we go? Paris, oh beautiful Paris, with its sweet perfumes. Paris, oh beautiful Paris, in the month of June.
Peggy, I understand. Ah, Mr. Monroe, happy to see you. Time for music and time for a crucial meeting.
Good afternoon, Peggy. I bought some peanuts and crackers for you.
I'm really in an awful mood. I don't know if I feel like singing. I think I'd just rather finish my book.
What happened?
Some nasty ladies attacked me in the street after church.
Attacked?
Harassed.
Harassed?
And I was by myself.
This is unseemly.
Call it unseemly. This is awful.
My dear.
Oh, I really don't know if I feel like singing.
My dear, music will lift your spirits. Look, I brought a score.
What's it? Ugh. Boring.
It's a Virginia folk song. How can this be boring?
I don't like your American song. Let's sing "A Voi che sapete."
We've been playing Mozart for a year now.
Well, that's all we can get here. I asked for other music and it takes 4 months to get it.
So, while we're waiting, let's change the music.
Voi che sapete.
This is
che
Mozart.
cos'è l'amor. I don't like your song.
Peggy, be reasonable. You can't get people to do whatever you want. If you act like a child, you're going to be mocked in the streets.
What?
People are conservative here. Adjust yourself.
I don't want to adjust. My father was from London. My mother is from Paris. My new father is Italian. I know what's classy, and I don't like your song. I don't like the way that you play, and I don't like you. You're judgmental and stiff.
I am not stiff.
You come here every day, and you never make any advance. Invite me for ice cream, a walk on the cliff to watch the birds. John Monroe, you are good looking, but boring. You are educated, you are smart, but that does not move my heart. You are handsome and adoring, but oh my God, how you're boring. Your eyes are deep and you're so tall, but that doesn't do anything for me at all. To you, your humor is witty and romantic. To me, it's simply archaic. You're the kind of person my parents would love. Into a hole you I could shove. Talk about a family and children with me. I just want to have some fun and from your presence be free. A girl just wants to have fun.
So it's over between us?
Not at all, because there was never anything between us.
You hurt me. We don't play games here.
You're leaving? Coward!
Have the meeting.
I'm not sure. He wouldn't be happy. It would be easier for us. Gentlemen, if John Adams is not on time, I won't stay.
That's a mistake, Jefferson. What counts is the result, not the man who achieves it.
Stop your superior visions of diplomacy, John, and have a glass of Chianti.
Here you are, finally.
Do you live in Boston or in Europe?
It is raining, not a good weather for riding your Virginia road.
Mr. Adams, happy to have you in my house. Peter, you can go now. Thanks.
Happy to taste your wine, finally.
Not mine. From my Tuscany, though. I just got it a week ago.
I bet if you offer a barrel of this Chianti to Brant, he may be persuaded to accept our views.
Gentlemen, we are stepping into a tragic mistake. I urge you to reconsider our meeting before the chief gets here.
John, we've already discussed that.
We don't need him.
Why? We need whoever can support us to chase the Englishmen out of America.
First, he's a man of principle, and he will never turn his back on the crown. Secondly, he will ask for money and land. We will start our democracy under siege.
We need to listen to the Indians.
It's not that simple, sir. You see, democracy is about knocking down walls between people, but also defying new limits between those very people. Unfortunately, not everybody's born with the same skills, with the same attitude. The well-born, the financially able cannot run certain duties.
I beg your pardon, gentlemen. Mr. John Brant has arrived.
Already.
Let him in, please.
John, it's time to win the war, not for philosophy.
He is the leader of the four most powerful Indian tribes. He is the leader of the Mohawk. For the king and the British, he would be both a political and a military setback.
I know, Benjamin.
But there is more. He is far superior to any other leader of his confederacy.
Oh, God, I tell you what, the situation will find a solution by itself.
I beg your pardon, gentlemen. Mr. John Brant.
Welcome to my house, Mr. Brant. My name is Filippo Mazzei.
Sir, since I was requested at this meeting as chief of the Iroquois, I'm asking please to be called by my original Mohawk name, Thayendanega. Mr. Mazzei, your work and your writing are well known outside the Virginia borders. I'm pleased to meet you.
I'm sure you know my guests, sir, but allow me to introduce them anyway. Mr. John Adams, member of the Continental Congress from Massachusetts. Mr. Thomas Jefferson, our delegate to the Congress. Mr. Benjamin Franklin, the most extrovert and knowledgeable of all intellectuals. Chief Thayendanega, you'd never wish that your people were ruled or taxed by foreigners, so we do not either. In the long run, we think there is no good in British colonization. We are fighting them on the battlefield and strengthening our political goal to the point of declaring this land an independent land. Before doing that, we'd like the support of you and your people. Does it make sense what we are asking?
Indeed it does not, Mr. Mazzei. Gentlemen, I'm just back from London, where I refused to kneel before King George, although I respect the British ruling as the wisest this land might experience. Therefore, neither I nor my people will kneel before anyone else. My people were born on this land long before your ancestors even knew it existed. While I'm sure the British, they won't interfere with us, I'm sure you will. Newcomers are crossing the oceans and settling on our hunting lands. The British, they're too far to bother us, and I simply don't trust your government. I do trust centuries of British history.
The British just want to exploit this country for tax reasons, Chief. We can offer a real solution.
Not that word. Offer? Do you think I'm here to make a deal? To come to an agreement of some sort? I'm certainly not. Let me tell you, though, I do find it odd that Adams is willing to make a deal with a native chief. Chief of a people he might very well consider to be a minority. And history has proven he doesn't deal well with minorities, as we know with what happened in Boston when he was defending the British soldiers against the black minorities.
You do not have the right to judge my actions.
Why not, Adams?
Because you were not there.
Thank God I wasn't there.
What an assuming and irreverent man you are, Mr. Brant.
Please, gentlemen!
Chief Thayendanega, would you mind if we had a brief talk? That is not diplomacy, John.
I would rather not have an ally such as him.
He has his own vision.
But don't you think I know what the king has offered to him? Money, pension, honor. That's man of principle.
Well, let's be practical. Here we are. Little money, little firing weapons. We need him.
Mr. Mazzei, can I have my hat?
Do you want to break the meeting?
My hat and my coat. Gentlemen, either with me or with him.
Chief Tyandanega,
Yes.
would you like a drink?
Ah, your famous Italian wine.
More than that, Tuscany wine.
What's Tuscany?
Tuscany is my sweet home, a land I know so well, of beauty to the sight and sounds, and beauty to the smell. A place of hills and mountains, and rivers how they flow. The birthplace of the Renaissance, Dante, Da Vinci, and Michelangelo. We are a caring people, where heart it is the home. I carry my country in my heart, for that I'm never alone. For that I'm never alone.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just back from London. I appreciated the architecture. I appreciated the history. Italian women and other things. I know less.
Maybe someday you will come to my country.
Someday, maybe.
Papa? Papa? Monroe offended me. I'm sorry, I thought you were by yourself. I thought everyone had left.
My daughter, Tyandanega, chief of the Mohawk tribe.
Speaking of my tribe, I'm taking the liberty to remove my headband, since this is no longer an official conversation.
You have a very funny name, sir. And a very funny costume. But you look quite distinguished.
Thank you. But my look is my responsibility, as is the life and freedom of my people.
Oh, I wish that I were responsible for my own life and my own freedom. I want to live as I want and where I want.
Then you should go where there is your freedom.
Peggy is a little upset because she doesn't have friends here.
It's difficult to live here, Mr. Chief. I miss Europe.
Oh, but it'll be great to live here someday, miss.
I don't see how.
You don't see because you are impatient.
I am staying here because my father wants to make American wine and to help Americans. Papa, why won't you help me?
Feel free to go back to Europe if you like the old and comfortable life. I shouldn't say that. But no matter who, British or who will ever dominate, this will be a new land for new people. Bad and good things will come with that.
Well, I don't know about that. But what I do know is that I'm stuck. There's not even a theater in this village.
Just be yourself. Pray to God. He'll answer you. I must be leaving, Mr. Mazzei. You have a beautiful daughter, sir.
Good luck, Chief. I hope we win you over to our side.
Ah, tomorrow we'll reveal the truths of today.
Strange man.
Excellent leader. Good night, my dear.
Night, Papa.
What is this feeling that makes my heart skip a beat? What is this feeling of uncontrollable heat?
What is this feeling when I look into his eyes? What is this feeling that makes my temperature rise?
What is this thought that
presence demands. What is this force that her presence commands?
What is this that makes me want to know him more? What is this feeling I've never felt before?
Can this be love? Can this feeling come so soon? Maybe it's in the stars or due to the rising moon. Maybe it's just longing for something that can be. Maybe it's a secret desire of what I wish for me. What is this joy at the sight of her smile? What is this feeling to which there is no denial?
What is this feeling? Should I dare to let it grow? What is this feeling for him who I do not know?
What is this thought that her very presence inspires? What is this force that burns me like a fire?
What is this that sound I hear within his voice? What is this feeling that makes my heart rejoice?
Can this be love? Can this feeling come so soon? Maybe it's in the stars or due to the rising moon. Maybe it's just longing for something that can be. Maybe it's a secret desire of what I wish for me.
I'm worried about her.
Your daughter is intelligent. She will survive, Virginia.
Maybe I don't want that she survives. I don't like it here either. Oh, I'd rather be in Paris, London. Worst case scenario with my sister in Holland.
Paris, London. I understand big cities, but you can be much more useful here, right now, especially as a woman, Lady Mark.
Oh, I am not so sure that I'm interested in jeopardizing my daughter's life for the independence of America. I'll be honest with you. A monarch is what these people need. Oh, they may have a parliament, but the king must rule. That is the way it has been, and the way it will always be. A king's place is the head of the country. That is the way it has been and the way it will be. Since the beginning there has been a monarchy, one to bring hope, peace, and prosperity. Parliament is fine for discussing local rights, colonial policies for resolving public fights. When it comes to real decisions, there can really be no revision. The words of the king will stand by the by. The words of the king you can verify. The words of the king will stand by the by. The words of the king will stand by the by.
So why are you staying?
Oh, my husband. He is totally infatuated with his Virginia, his political task. Ah, Petite, come over to...
Lady Adams, you're still here. Who is Joseph Brant?
Joseph Brant is the handsome and bright chief of the Mohawks, therefore the most powerful Indian chief, and unfortunately an ally to King George III.
Mon Dieu, un Indien, un sauvage.
He is the first man to ever tell me to follow my heart, the first who really respects me.
Oh. When a man wants to seduce a woman, he is always respectful.
He did not try to seduce me at all, and I want to get to know him.
He has a degree.
If I'm going to have to stay in this country, I might as well make it adventurous.
Adventurous a good word. You'd embarrass your father and the whole political Virginia establishment.
I'm all right with that.
Oh, Peggy, don't be childish.
Oh, childish. What shall I do, Mom? Just like you, marry a man you don't love because you don't have a penny.
You are a brat. Don't you think I did it for you, too?
You did it, so you could have a life with Filippo. A life that you couldn't dream of with my father in London. You didn't even behave as wife.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to...
Peggy, this country has no future. They have no roads, only mud. They don't have an opera theater. They have to rely on European culture. Excuse me. I want to go check on the preparations for dinner.
But this is my life to live as I choose! Oh, what a horrible mother.
She's just a little conservative.
I don't like anything here. Now I like this man and he is wrong for me.
You know, little sister, I don't think you need a man just to like a city. Engage yourself in something else. Peggy, they're trying to build a new country, and when they build something so big, there's always room for radical changes. For us women, I mean. This can be the first country where women might not have to just deliver babies.
What do you mean?
Would you like to work?
That's not for women.
Not in Europe, little sister. You choose something you like, I don't know. Writing, and you become a writer.
I don't like to write. I do enjoy reading.
Well, what about becoming a doctor or a lawyer?
Lady Adams, that's crazy. If you're a doctor, you'll have to see a naked man.
Big time. So what? Peggy, have you read your father's articles in the Gazette?
No. I know he speaks of democracy.
Well, then you're not a very good daughter, because your father is writing what I've just talked about.
This is why he wants to stay? To give women more chances?
To give anybody a chance. Women, men, black, white, religious people, non-religious people.
My father's fantastic. I never thought about being anything but a wife with 3 children.
You're just like your mother. You'll end up like her if you go back to Europe. Stay. We'll make a different country, little sister.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not. But we're in such need of people working and doing new things that women will start being different. You'll see.
I like the idea of reading. I read about a book a week. Robinson Crusoe. Do you know the story?
No, I don't. Would you like to study?
Very much.
Become a teacher.
Well, that would be impossible in Europe. Could it happen here?
Not if I'm fighting just by myself, little sister.
Do you think that Brant would agree with this?
Peggy, you have to follow your heart. Go and ask him.
Follow your heart, let your dreams lead the way. You can make a difference with the words you say. Stand up and be strong, don't be timid and shy. Reach for your tomorrow and reach for the sky. Hold your dreams, never let them fade. In them your hopes for a future is laid. Dreams are the future.